is happening? So what we got here is a 03 Toyota Tundra, the mighty V8. I don't even know what they put in these things. What is this? 4.7 liter V8. It's got a parasitic draw. Now I don't have any fancy tools to check for that, so we're gonna do this old school. The old 20-year-old Blue Point meter that likes to work occasionally. So we're gonna see if we can't find this draw by process of elimination. First of all, we gotta hook up the meter. I'm gonna show you how to hook this thing up. You know, if you don't have an amp clamp. Amp clamp would be nice. I'll get one eventually, but this is how I've been doing it for the last 20. I'm gonna go in series with the negative cable. That's a dirty battery. She's dirty. All right, see if the meter will work. Hey, how about that? So now I'm going to be doing amps. So we're going to set to the amp setting. All right, so got it set on amps. Got to take the plug out, put it on the amp setting. Now this, in effect, becomes a jumper wire. So you don't want to go do one of these because you got to waste a few minutes tearing your meter apart, replacing the fuse. So what I'm going to do here, we're going to try to get one of these attached on here pretty good. The trick is we got to try to slide underneath here, make the connection while we're pulling this off. I really should have an amp clamp, but I do not. So let's see if we can do this. Try to keep contact at all times. There we go. And now I'm going to pull this free. Yeah, look at that. 1 amp draw already. So all the power of the vehicle is going through the meter right now. So probably should have put the window down first. So I don't know how much the interior light's going to draw when I open the door. So you got to be mindful of what you turn on. Like you go turn the key on. I don't know if that's going to draw 10 amps, but if you turn the starter on, you fry the fuse, best case. Worst case, you'll fry the meter. But we got a 1 amp draw coming from somewhere. All right, I got you way zoomed in. The camera is recording sideways, which I didn't want it to do, but what are you gonna do? It's electronics. How the hell do you get this off? There we go. Push it. Push your big gun. All right. Oh, we got a map. How about that? Well, I guess we're just gonna start pulling. Start pulling stuff out. And key is off. Boy, suckers are in there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pay attention, buddy. I almost missed that. The hell is this? This is an odd fuse. And I'm not familiar with that color. I can't see it. I gotta get a magnifying glass. Heck with the magnifying glass. We're gonna look it on the map. That's what I should have done to begin with. Okay. Ah, boy. So I don't know what you missed there, but I started pulling fuses out. I don't know when that camera decided to turn off randomly. This seems to be a thing with this GoPro. I'm really not happy with this. The amount of money I paid for that camera, I was better off with my old Canon camera than this thing. This thing's really starting to aggravate me, but that's neither here nor there. So I've narrowed it down. I pulled out the fuses. I don't know how much of that you saw, probably none of it, but I pulled this oddball out and I was trying to figure out what fuse it was. Looked on the little map here, it says it's a short pin. So my guess is this thing has continuity right. All right, so we're gonna play this game. Stupid camera. This thing's making me mad. Shuts down for no reason. So the short pin got the draw down to 366 milliamps. I gotta find out what the function of this thing is for. Like I was saying before the camera shut off on me, it was still blinking. Back in the day, you know, like with my 86 Grand Marquis, they had Ford had a spout connector, and you would remove that, which was effectively a short pin, I guess. You'd unplug that to set the timing. That would take the computer out of the loop till you get the timing set, and then you'd plug this back in, and it would bring the computer control back into the ignition. Being that this is an 03, I highly doubt that's what it's for. I've never heard of such a thing in a modern vehicle, so I don't know what it's for. So I'm gonna have to do some research. Just out of curiosity, got the old OG meter here from way back in the day. I don't even remember when I bought this. This is my very first meter from the old Radio Shack. I don't even know if they're still in business anymore. I don't seem to see them around here anymore. They all folded around here. But let's see if we got continuity. We do. Okay, get you zoomed way in. Wham, bam. Gotta zero this thing. Zero it with a little dial. And the zero's right there. Well, we know that we're gonna have continuity here. I don't know why I'm doing this, but just for my own satisfaction, I guess. Okay, I gotta find out what that thing is for. All right, got out the old Autel MS906TS and try to get on the net here. Let's see what we got. What do we got here? What are we working on? 03. Is this a Taco or a Tundra? Tundra. It's a little Tundra. They made them little back then. Good old Google. What the heck is a short pin? That's what my question is. Short pin. There's a link. What's gonna happen there? Whoops, we ran into some problems. Of course, of course. Don't you just love this? I'll spend all day out here. Right side door was open enough to allow the overlay. All right, that was useless. ECUB dome light and radio number 1. Of course, with the internet, you don't want to believe the first thing that you find, so you probably want to look around here, confirm that. And the camera shut down again. GoPro, you suck. Let me just say that if you're watching. You're starting to really piss me off. Paid a lot of money for this camera. Okay, a couple issues. I just went into the truck, put a little clamp on there so I didn't run all the dome light current through my meter. It's running a little bit, but not much. What I found was I had the key on accessory. So there's problem number 1. Problem number 2 is, here's what I found. Uh-oh, I didn't touch that. Almost fell on my ass there. But we got some lighting going on there. Let's see if we close the door, if that goes away. Nope. That is on. So that could very well be a draw. Let's turn that off. Lights off and make sure the stupid key is in the off position. Okay, I can pull the key out. Leave the key right there. Light is off. There's no interior light. I'm assuming that bulb's probably burned out. There's no lens for it. I don't see the lens in the vehicle. Close that. go see what we got now. And we'll have to put that connector back in. I'm going to take this off. Put this over here. Oops, dropping all kinds of stuff. Oh yeah, now we got 7 millivolts. Pretty good. All right, let's put that jumper back in, the short pin. Short pin goes here, if you can see. Make some sparks. And yeah, we're down to 430, 450. That's still kind of high. Oh, there we go. Something went to sleep. Fixed. Bingo. Well, that was easy. I got an easy one for once. That ain't so bad. Yeah, okay, so, well, thought I'd go more in depth than that, but at least you got to see how I do an amp check with an old school meter. And we'll go ahead and disconnect this and get it mounted here. Whoa, watch it. I'm gonna go make contact. I'm gonna slide this guy out of there, so it's just like we never disconnected the battery. Bingo, we're done. Now, here's something. If you got a meter like this, when you're done, the minute you disconnect this thing, take this out, put it back, because next time you grab your meter, 9 times out of 10, you're going to check battery voltage, and you're basically going to hook a jump wire from positive to negative, and you're going to light up your fuse like the sun. only briefly, because it'll fry to a cinder. So get this back, voltage. Okay, meter served its purpose. We'll shut that down and drop everything down in the front there where we can't find it. And we'll go ahead and tighten this ground down. There. It's always good to have a clean battery, because what I've found in the past is if you get a bunch of crap on the top here, you'll actually get a parasitic voltage that'll run across the top of the battery. I've put a meter on top of the battery and actually found stray voltage here. If you put one lead here and one lead to the case, you'll find stray voltage. Maybe we should do that, just for poop and laughter, as they say. Let's see, I gotta remove my little jaws so I can do some poking. Broken pin, like everything I own. Let's see if I can retrieve my ground cable. It's conveniently found a home underneath the condenser. All right. I'll get that there. Are we on ohms? No, we are not. Do we have oh, meter took a dump. Turn the meter back on. Camera took a crap. Come on, meter. Stop it. There you go. Gotta give it a smack every once in a while. And we have continuity to ground right there. 1/10 of an amp. Now check this out. Let's see. I'm gonna go right to the case. See, there is continuity there. In millions of ohms. 475 million. I'm way on the other side of the battery here. Well, let's do a voltage check. That was my whole point for this experiment. That's 6 volts, man. 6 volts continuity to ground. You see where I'm touching? I got this hooked up to ground there. That's going right through the case. Now that's going to play a part into his battery dying. 6 volts, man. That's a lot. That's crazy. 6 volts potential right on the top of the battery. How about that? See? So I'm going to clean this whole thing off. I'm actually, now that I've seen that firsthand, I'm going to, it looks like this battery is a 6. So I'm going to go with 2016. So it's not that old. It's 2019 now. It's only 3 years. All right, I'm going to get some acetone. Give this a good cleaning. As much as they want to hose the battery down with acetone, I'll spray it on the rag. Just for safety purposes. We'll do the test again once I get this clean. Okay, back to positive again. Thought I was on negative, but it really doesn't make a difference. Shouldn't have any continuity of the case. Yeah, big difference, huh? One-tenth of a volt, you know, from it's jumping around almost to 1/10 on its own, so I'm going to call that 0. Yeah, that's a fix there. So while we're here, while we're playing with batteries, well, why don't we check the voltage of this thing? Make sure I got my meter hooked up the correct way so I don't spike the expensive fuses. I don't know why the fuses are so much money on this thing, on meters, but they are slow blow fuses. All right, what's going on here? I had 1203. That's not very good, if that was accurate. Yeah, 1203. It's pretty weak. Probably because that light's been on forever. So we're gonna go ahead and hook up my charger. Actually, before I do that, I'm gonna pop these caps off. See what we got for liquid in there. Might have to toss some distilled water in there. So I guess the lesson of the day there is, before you start hooking up all your diagnostic equipment, take a walk around the truck. Look for anything obvious. Ooh, we're gonna have to do some cleaning under there too. Ooh, it's dirty. Dirty, dirty. Lack of maintenance. Let's see what we got in here. Get my flashlight going. Yeah, we got water right up. It's about as high as I like to see it. Of course, we put my meter on top of the rag, conveniently. Try to get this heavy crap off of here without sending it into the battery. I always seem to get my clothes all full of holes every time I do this. I don't know how it ends up all over my chest, but it does. Or my pants. Yeah, it looked like a bunch of moths attacked you. Alright, so that side's good. A lot of batteries don't have these anymore. This is a old school style. Oh, don't do that. Don't put a screwdriver on an open fuse panel. That's pretty stupid. Pay attention to what the heck you're doing, buddy. Alright, what do we got in here? What's hiding inside here? Water, water, and more water. Good. Alright, clean that off. That's looking a little better. Beauteous. Danger. Poison. Watch out. And there you have it. Come on, get out off of there. Okay. So, wow, this camera's hot. This thing's gonna melt down, I swear. This camera's starting to... You're making me mad, GoPro. It's not what I expected. I see guys flying these on airplanes, and I can't even film an auto repair with this stupid thing. Anyways, I seem to rant and rave in every one of my videos. Well, let's not do that today. So, what did we learn here? Do a walk around. That's what I learned. Next time, I'm going to walk around the truck first and look for anything obvious. Look for any lights or anything. If I had just walked right back here, I would have bingo. That would have stood out like a sore thumb. We would have saw the lights. So she's starting to rust a little bit. I don't want to go poking that. That's going to go through. That's what happens in Massachusetts, surrounding areas. But anyways, so yeah, do a walk around before you bust out the diagnostic equipment. Get this camera all screwed up and shut down the autel. So I'll kill my battery. Down to 86%. Okay. Shut down until next time. So anyways, yeah, and we learned, I don't know, some of you guys, that was pretty interesting to me when I first learned that. I learned that at MMI, the Motorcycle Mechanics Institute, when I was there over 20 years ago. No, actually 20 years ago this year I started there. But anyways, Yeah, one of my instructors, he did that same test that I did, and I was like, you're kidding me. I couldn't believe it. But that'll cut down on parasitic draw. And while I'm talking about that, that reminds me, I want to get my charger on there. These chargers are great. I just want to show you what I got here. So this here's a battery minder. It's a 4-stage, I believe, 4-stage charger. These things are great, man. This is my second one. This is a newer one. I got an older one. I got one that's about 12 years old. I can't even tell you how many batteries that people were ready to throw away that I've brought 100% back to life with this battery charger. The key with this thing right here, it's got a temperature sensor. So it reads the ambient temperature. Ideally, the old one used to have a ring that you put on a negative or positive cable. I've seen some directions that say put it on the positive cable. Some say put it on the negative. I just put it on the negative. That's what I've always done, and on the old one. And it brings everything back to life. This one here has got a specific... The reason why I bought this particular model is because it's got an Odyssey PLT. That means pure lead technology. The Odyssey batteries, that's why they cost $300, because they have a ton of pure 100% lead in there, which is apparently getting super expensive in this country now. I'm not going to get on a tangent about that, but that's a whole nother topic in and of itself. But you can that'll charge an AGM battery at a higher voltage where it's supposed to be. You know, an AGM battery is probably, its state of charge at rest is a couple tenths of a volt higher than a regular sealed lead acid battery. And this has also got a gel setting and this is the wet AGM and sealed. So regular batteries, you want the light on there. But great battery charger. I had some problems with this one. Sent it back to the manufacturer. It took quite a while, and there was a little bit of miscommunication going on there. They pretty much right out of the gate were telling me I didn't know what I was talking about, and stupid camera shut down again. Anyways, so when I called to ask about the status after it had been about 2 or 3 weeks of being at the shop, I'm watching the camera to make sure it's still recording. The attitude totally changed. Yep, yours was junk. We're sending you a whole brand new one. So they didn't. It sounded like they were going to try to weasel out of the warranty, but in the end, they made good on it. I don't know if I just had a guy that was having a bad day there or whatever. But see if I can try to find. I can't remember the company was out of New York, but batteryminders.com. There's an 800 number there. That's probably the number I called, but figured I'd bring that up while we're on the subject of batteries. So I'm going to go ahead and get this thing hooked up. This thing needs a charge. We're going to let this charge for a bit. I'm going to go have lunch and see if we can bring this thing back from the dead. Well, it's not really dead, but it's not in a good state. I have see now, when you hook it up to the battery, it all lights up. So that's set right. I want 8 amps. This is a 2, 4, and 8 amp charger. Kind of wish it was a little higher. Kind of wish it had a 15 and a 20, or even just a 15 would be good, because I got the big charger over there that's got 20, 60 and all that. So yeah, we got that all set. And you can change the setting of it just by pressing the button and change your amperage there. So we got that set, and that tells you the battery's connected correctly. If you hook it up backwards, that lights up red. That's something I just wanted to mention that I forgot was she's charging now. You can see the state of charge is pretty low. It's not totally spanked, but it's pretty low. So you got temperature compensation. See what's happening. When that's green, that means it's over 80 degrees, which it is. When it's blue, that means it's super cold out. So that's the key with this charger. It compensates for temperature. So when you get a higher temperature, it'll back off the charge current a little bit. And if you got a lower temperature, it'll ramp up the charge current a little bit to compensate for. That's what that temperature compensation is. So that's the key. And then it also desulfates. I guess it'll vary the voltage up and down, and that'll break up sulfation theoretically in a battery. they say that's what it does. And just for my use over the past 12, 13 years, it works. I'm telling you, man. It's a good charger. Wicked good charger. A little spendy, but in this day and age, it ain't really all that expensive when considering you fill up your pickup truck costs $70 these days. In Massachusetts, probably $100 in California. You know, that's not a bad deal. At least I think I paid $120 for this thing a few years back. So good charger. That's the model 128 Charlie Echo Charlie 1. What was I just lost my train of thought here. Oh yeah. This is my battery notes that I have on the wall. So flooded lead acid battery. This is at 70 degrees Fahrenheit, I believe. That's how all batteries are referenced. But 12.6 is 100%, 12.4 is 75, 12.2 is 50, 12 even is 25%, and that's where we're at. So this thing's pretty spanked. 11.7 is no state of charge. So you get anything under 11.7, it's pretty much spanked. You can see the sealed AGM. And it's shut down again. Let's keep count of how many times this shuts down. Hopefully GoPro will watch this and fix their crappy products. So yeah, so you got a 12.8. So it's a couple tenths of a volt higher. You know, 12.6 is 75% on an AGM, where it's 100% on a sealed flooded lead acid. 12.4 is 50. 12 is 25, which is the same, and 12.8 is 0. So it's 1/10 higher. So that's how you figure out reserve capacity. Got some busted paper there. Reserve capacity times 0.4167 equals amp hours at 25% amp rate. So there's two different, some people use, and it shut down again. So what's that, eight times during this short video? Like I was saying before this stupid thing interrupted me again, some companies use a 10 amp rate, other companies use a 25 amp rate. I forget which one is better. I can't think right now. But yeah, I just got all kinds of, yeah, then you got date codes. You can figure out date codes. I like to write all this info down. There's only a couple. These are all the battery manufacturers. There's only 3 in the country: Exide, East Penn, and Delphi. That's it. So if you're buying a battery at Walmart, it's made by one of the 3. If you're buying it at Sears, it's made by one of the 3. Of course, right here it says Sears. AC Delco is a Delphi battery, die-hard. Yeah, do not recharge with current above 12% of reserve capacity rating or 20% of amp hour rating. Some good info here. That's why I posted it there. Of course, I wrote down my my RD last time I filled the oil up. Went on a 186-mile ride. That was fun. And of course, my Kirsten Joy Weiss calendar. Got to have one of those. Autographed too. Prefer dangerous freedom to peaceful slavery. Thomas Jefferson. That is a good quote right there. Anyways, so that's that. I've rambled enough. Trying to think of what else. I can't think. I think I've said enough in this one, but so hope you enjoyed that one. Try to clear my lungs out here. So hope you enjoyed that one. Like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and we'll see you on the next one.